In Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans, I'm presenting this free resource, a free book, which is available on earthhealingnetwork.com. You could download this, share it, and even share this information on social media in the form of these videos, in which one argument at a time is selected at random, and we deal with the effective response to those arguments. So before I do that, I always take a card for inspiration, for guidance. I'm taking a card from a very earth-centered deck, the Crystals Oracle and the Wisdom of the Crystals. And the card that has come is a crystal which is orange color, carnelian. As you can see, it looks a bit like the planet Mars now. We all know that everybody is looking for planet B, right? At least Elon Musk must be. And we all have these fantasies that we'll find another planet to escape to in terms of a catastrophe or collapse of this civilization. Well, carnelian is also a creative stone. So this orange color is the color of the creative chakra, the sacral chakra, or the sexual center. So this is from where life can come forth. This is from where we also give ourselves pleasure, happiness, joy, and living a satisfying life, which is luxurious, comfortable, relaxing, seeking of joy is one of the common things that typifies an animal's life. Animals are constantly seeking for relief from pain and suffering, and we all want to enjoy a few moments, maybe a few moments of, truth, for example. Yes, the soul does enjoy the truth. We do not enjoy lying, and we don't enjoy being lied to, but the media has lied to us throughout generations, explaining to us lies, teaching us lies in our education system that we are omnivores, and teaching us lies that we require animal products for nutrition, and that the way it is conducted, this industry, this business, it's absolutely fair. It's obvious that the government is involved and it must be the right thing to do. It must be something that's done in the right way. At least that's what I used to think as a child and as an adolescent. And, as I grew up out of my teens, slowly, I started questioning reality. But in the beginning, I was quite innocent. I used to think that everything is good. The world is a good place, and the people who run this world, they must be very good people. For example, I would put myself in the position and say, look, if I were the leadership of the world, then why will I ever give pain or suffering to any organism? It must be, must be done well. They must have been killed because they have to be killed, and it must have been a necessary and kind thing to do for feeding the world. But I was wrong. So let me see what card comes up with we should not be extreme. Don't be extreme. Argument 24. Extreme vegan. Why aren't you a bit flexible? I mean, so what if we have dairy? Maybe it's a hot day and I want to have ice cream, and the only thing I see is that ice cream truck, and I really want that soft serve cone. So, well, once in a while, just it's okay to have an ice cream today. And why are you after me? Maybe I go to the shop and all I see are the non-vegan items around me in the comment section that I, walk through in the common aisles, and I like it. I like those cakes. You don't get so many vegan cakes, do you? So don't be extreme. I mean, be flexible with me. That's what the devil would say as you see this picture. The devil, the adversary, the one who blocks us, who doesn't let us be limitless, who doesn't let us be healthy, be wise, be caring, compassionate. So he comes in our way of our personal transformation, of our self growth, of our evolution and ascension as people. So we're not able to raise our consciousness because we get bogged down with temptations that we see all around us. And this world is full of temptations, isn't it? So why should we be flexible is the answer to this. Why should we be flexible when it comes to something like murdering someone, abusing someone sexually, making them pregnant, forcing them to give birth to babies? And they're also in billions and billions and billions of amounts. It's not just a joke. It's not something that we can be flexible about. So maybe people think that these things are all right. Let's have eggs today or anything else. Uh, you know, cows are not really walking about and mating casually with bulls and having a normal sexual life and producing babies because they want to. They are forced into it through artificial insemination so that they can make breast milk, mammary secretions that any female produces only when she has a baby. And then the babies are taken away, they're killed, most probably killed, or if not killed, then raised again for either their milk or their flesh. So imagine you having a baby who's been raised just because he will be turned into curry. Well, there's no excess milk there in the cow's udders. The milk is presented only and only for the baby. It's not for our enjoyment, amusement, pleasure, tea time. Hens are not just prancing about, feeling happy in free range farms. They are suffering in barns in which they are just kept in disgusting, smelly places, in which there's no hygiene or health for them, in which they hardly see the sun. And even if they're let out a little bit, it's really not enough. They still suffer mentally, physically, and emotionally because they're not living a life of their dreams. You see, we all want to live a life of our dreams. Now, remember the card that came earlier, carnelian. It was about creativity, pleasure, joy, satisfaction. Let's say you're doing a job. Wouldn't you want satisfaction in that job, that there's some creativity in it? You're given a chance to be who you feel like being that day. You want to experiment with something. Maybe if you're at home, maybe you want to bake some cookies and add, new flavors to it. You like the joy, that enjoyment. And that's exactly why you're arguing against veganism. What about the similar enjoyment to be enjoyed by the victims, the animals who are exploited? How about them having pleasure in life, satisfaction in life? So really, we have been brainwashed. We've been told that old McDonald's farm is a fun place to be, but that's not so. They're not having fun at all. Everything in this world can be created vegan now. Today I was at the supermarket and I saw a neighbor purchasing a few vegan items along with a few dairy items, and I said, "Oh, is that ice cream vegan too? Because the other one is." No, it's not vegan, they said. I said, well, it can be vegan. There are so many vegan flavors in the other shelf. And we don't really have to abuse animals or kill them at all. So whenever I go out, I just have to say something when I see something like this happening. I can't just imagine how we can go on living in a world like this and for how long. So I hope this inspires you to open up, explain something to people, and, well, probably make some sort of change using our creativity and our energy for positive, noble, higher purpose. So, thank you so much for listening, and please share this.